Welcome back, Dodecadorks. We're the 12-sided guys. We have Scott as Ornan.
We're underwater.
You stole what I was going to do.
We can all do it.
Sabrina as Sylvie.
Oh, hello.
Jordan as Magram. Matt as Guy.
That is my name. Don't blurt out.
And me, Paul, as No More Mr. Nice Guy. That's right. I'm tired of getting walloped. Time for me to do the walloping. Mwah! Ha ha ha! My plan is finally coming to fruition. Step 1, make Ornan take off his heavy armor by sending him underwater, thus negating his heavy armor mastery and dropping his AC. Step 2, make Sylvie go underwater as well, cutting the effectiveness of her fireballs by 50%. Step 3, send Magram underwater, where any unstoppered bottles of urine will quickly diffuse in the surrounding lake water. Step 4, send Guy underwater where he will look really hot, all wet and glistening like an elven David Hasselhoff. Step 5, start writing erotic fan fiction about hot, wet Guy. Step 6,
Profit.
Step 6, force Ornan to make 2 incredibly easy wisdom saving throws and hope he'll fail them both. That means now we're on to step 7 of my master plan. Ask people to go rate us 5 stars on iTunes. But seriously, if we can get like 7 more 5-star reviews, it'll get us out in front of more people. And step 8, tell people to check out our Patreon because Your Neighbor's Potatoes is awesome, and so are the battle maps and city maps. Step 9 is easy. Kill all the characters and finally get that TPK we've all been waiting for. No? You haven't been waiting? Just me? What's wrong with me? What kind of a psycho am I? Touche.
Are we the wieners?
I guess if you fight long enough, you eventually become the wiener.
Oh.
That's right. Well, anyway, if your master plan involved using wing boots to rescue some kids from a tower with your old pal Healy, then this podcast is for you. It's Chorus of the Forsaken, episode 45. I'm fairly certain I've used that one before.
Wait, I don't think you've used Ragnar and Healy before, but you have talked about Dragon Quest IV.
Yes, I've talked about that, but I thought I'd talked about Healy before, the healer monster who joins you because he wants to be human.
Turns out his plan succeeded. He became a human. And you're happy for him.
So there's hope for me.
That's music from Dragon Warrior 4.
Bravo. Bravo.
That's so good.
Thank
Good job,
you.
Paul. That's good.
Thank you. Well, welcome back to Via Severia in the middle of Stillwater Lake.
And when you say in the middle, not just when you're talking surface area, you're also talking volume. We are in the middle.
You guys are you can feel the weight of the water crushing down on you. But last time we were together, our heroes, I was going to say Magram Associates, Wilhelm Associates.
No, I think you had it correct there a moment ago. I thought it was pretty snazzy title.
I kind of want to change our team name now.
Along with their dwarven ally, the dwarven druid Danon. That's a triple D alliteration. Oh, wow. Okay.
She got triple Ds.
Oh, gosh.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. All dived into the water, staying close to Danon, who had to create a conjure flame spell in order to warm up the water around her, because the deeper you got, the colder the water got. As you investigated...
And really, our bladders aren't big enough to keep us warm for that long down here.
While you were exploring this tower that was underwater, you started at the top, going down through a hole where all of this fog and mist was billowing out. After seeing a couple of freshwater barracudas, whatever those are, you managed to sneak into the tower and explore it a bit. As you moved further down this round tower, it got wider and wider, like it's more of a cone shape as opposed to a straight cylinder. When you got down to probably the first floor of the tower, you were able to detect that there were other beings here in the tower. You glimpsed strong arms and figures moving around. So you sneaked around them and you went down the last staircase into the basement where the fog and the mist were coalescing and billowing forth out into the lake. As you explored down here, you saw that a lot of it had fallen into ruin, but there was one large vault door, a huge kind of safe or bank vault door with a massive lock. Guy attempted to unlock it, and even with his natural 20, was still not able to reach the difficulty 30 to unlock this master lock. So
He meant he was a chill white guy, not a safecracker. That made me laugh so hard when I saw that. I thought it was you.
Oh my
When you
gosh.
said it was a master lock too, I'm pretty sure that's what my bike lock is.
As Ornan used the key in the door, it flung open and actually fell off the hinges, creating a sound wave that reverberated through the water. As the party then went inside of this large vaulted area with columns and mist and fog surrounding them and plants growing up out of the tiles. It was too difficult to see what was going on down here before they heard the noise of some other creatures coming down the hallway towards them. As they prepared for battle, Sylvie created 2 blocks of ice to narrow the 15-foot wide hallway down to 5 feet as 2 aquatic trolls entered the hallway, followed by some other form, similar in coloring, feminine in shape, but even though she looked humanoid, as she swam, you saw that where you suspected joints should have been, they were not there. Instead, they were other places as her body moved unnaturally as it swam towards you. Battle began. Danon had summoned some of these freshwater barracuda earlier, and they stopped up the hallway for a bit until one of them got clobbered by one of these aquatic trolls. And then it was Ornan's turn as he looked out into the hallway and saw this creature, this smaller feminine form. As she looked at him, Ornan, even though he was able to glance over at the banner of bravery, failed his wisdom save and became frightened of her. And on her turn, she gazed into his eyes, and he failed a save again, instantly dropping to 0 hit points.
Yeah, real cool, Paul.
Ornan, who, by the way, has no armor on because he's underwater and he wanted to be able to swim, Ornan dropped to 0 hit points and made 1 death saving throw and managed to make it. So he has 1 in the positive. As we are back up to the top of the initiative order, we are jumping right back into combat. So roll that combat music. Sylvia, it is your turn. Let me just kind of describe what is happening. As you look out into the hallway from this room that you are in, you can see that there is an aquatic troll right up next to the ice blocks. There is that feminine form in the middle, the smaller, human-sized form, the one who dropped Ornan to 0. And then back further down the hallway, there is a second aquatic troll who is still dealing with 2 of these freshwater barracuda. In this room that you guys are in, there are pillars that are lining the floor just all over the place. Lots of places to kind of hide and duck behind. And Danon has, in fact, ducked behind one of these pillars, keeping her flame alive so that you guys don't have to start making constitution saving throws and potentially starting to take cold damage. Magram is right next to her. He actually saw the creature as well, made his save last time we were together, so he no longer has to make saves about the fear. But we have Sylvie and Guy, who are a little bit further off to the side, hiding behind one of these blocks of ice, and they have not seen down this hallway yet. One thing that happened last time as well is that between the 2 blocks of ice, a little floating flame holding a lantern is floating between them. The Sovereign's Hunger, the Hinky Punk, has made an appearance and is here to help you battle. All right, Sylvie, what are you going to do?
So am I able to see this creature at all?
You can see the edge of one of these aquatic trolls, like a big beefy arm, but obviously is not man-sized. Like it is like 10 or 12 feet tall.
Okay, I want to aim at that beefy arm with my trident. Sylvie was born for this. And I want to cast Dominate Beast. Am I able to do that?
Dominate Beast. Okay, you cast Dominate Beast.
It's a DC 15 Wisdom.
It fails because this is not a beast. This is a giant.
Oh my goodness, it's a giant. Okay.
Yes, trolls are technically giants.
Okay. All right. Well, Sylvia's just gonna be like, "Oh hell," and vibing on.
All right. Is that your whole turn then?
Honestly, yeah. I think for now, I don't want to move forward. So.
Okay. All right, Guy, you are kind of in the same position as Sylvie. You can make out...
No, I can't see anything. All I can see is the hinky punk because I am too close to the ice walls, and I can't really get an angle to see between them.
Yeah. So you do see your friend Ornan lying here on the ground unconscious.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, actually, is... I figure Mogram's probably got him handled, but I'm going to... he's kind of in the way of everything, is the problem. His big, dumb, stupid body all unconscious.
Yeah. You are in water, so you technically don't have to be standing. Like, think of this as a three-dimensional space. You can occupy any space in here because you're swimming.
Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to swim in front of the door, then right behind the hinky punk so I can see everything.
Okay.
Now I can see this feminine form with all the wrong joints.
Here is the deal. Technically, you started your turn within 30 feet, but you could not see this being at the beginning of your turn because of the ice. So, rules as written, you don't need to make that save.
Oh, hell yeah. And let me just to be clear, these freshwater barracuda, they're our friends, right?
Yes, the freshwater barracuda are being controlled by Danon. One of them has already been killed. Another one looks like it is basically almost dead. And then the third one is looks like it hasn't been touched yet. But they are harassing and harrying this last aquatic troll.
Okay. Well, did you know that in the aquarium industry, they refer to certain fish as freshwater barracuda, including the Ancestorogynactus or needlejaw? I did not know that.
I honestly had no idea.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know. It has like an elongated pike-like body and large conical teeth, adapted for predation on other types of fish. Just thought you'd like to know.
But that's why I said freshwater barracuda, because it's a lot easier to say than the other one that I already...
Needlejaw?
Oh.
Do you know all of this because of your vehicle's expertise, parentheses, water?
Yes. Is this your marine background?
Yes, this is all of that coming into play right now.
Right.
Okay, so now that I can see everybody, I'm tempted to throw out a big, ball of blackness to blind everybody in there, but that would kill off our fish too. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to take 2 shots at this closest troll with arcane bursts.
Okay, yeah, this one has already been hit at least once.
Actually, first thing I'm gonna do though, I'm actually going to bonus action. I'm going to inscribe its name. I'm going to do a castigating inscription. So now I crit more easily and I do some more damage on this one.
Nice. Okay.
All right, here go 2 arcane bursts. The first one's only a 14 to hit.
A 14 will not hit.
And the second one was a nat 1, so that's a definite miss.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Okay. All right, then I'm going to move back to the side where I was, and I'm going to wait there for anybody to come through the door. As you recall, I do have my investiture of the void, so if I do draw attacks, they're going to take some damage.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. Can we switch Danon and Mogram's turn? You guys are both the same initiative.
Yeah. No, I can do that.
We're going to go ahead and let Mogram go first. Mogram and Danon both have an initiative 9. So, Mogram, it is your turn. What are you going to do?
I'm going to pull out the biggest, horse tranquilizer syringe that anybody has ever seen.
No!
We're talking, it looks like a caulk gun, but it is just a metal syringe. Prepare your body, Ornan.
Oh my gosh.
This is going to feel so good.
Dirty.
Well, anyway, so I'm gonna pull out this huge syringe, and with my emergency resuscitation expertise, whenever I restore hit points to somebody that's at 0 hit points, it does just max healing to them. And so with this, we're going to use a 3rd level syringe on Ornan.
That is a big syringe.
I told you to prepare yourself. So, oh gosh. Fortunately, we don't have to look at the actual roll, which was absolutely horrible. But you will be healed for 28 points.
Whoa!
Oh, wow. That's huge.
Awesome.
That's a huge heal. That's great.
Glub, 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 glub.
And then he's breathing again.
Yeah. And then with my bonus action, we're going to have the Hinky Punk attack the creature.
Okay. Awesome.
19 to hit.
That will hit, yeah.
For 8 force damage.
8 force damage. Very, very good.
And that's it.
Okay. It's Danon's turn. I'm looking through her spell list. Probably not a good idea to do one of them.
It's a bolt of lightning.
Yeah, exactly. She's got lightning bolt. Let's see. What is she going to do? She's got to hold on to this conjure flame, so you guys not to start making saves. She is going to... Oh my goodness.
Is this why you wanted Bagram to go first? You can
Yes,
look at her
because I was
spells?
looking through spells. I was looking through spells, and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? She's got concentration up on the needle teeth dudes. Gosh. I'm looking at her spells. She is kind of stuck at this point because everything... does that take... everything takes concentration. Gosh,
That's
dang
the
it.
problem with druids. Druids, everything requires concentration.
Yeah, even that does. All of her spells, except for lightning bolt, require concentration. Okay, what she's going to do is she's going to throw the flame she's got and produce a new one. Actually, I don't think she can. She can't. You guys,
Does she have, like, healing word or something?
Honestly, no, she does not. Wrong kind of druid. Okay, so what she's going to do, you see, Martin, you're the only one that can see this because you're standing right next to her. You see that the staff in her hand, you see it suddenly like glisten and glow as she turns her staff into a shillelagh, and she is going to hold that staff ready to bonk anything that comes close to her. But she realizes that right now, keeping you guys from having to make Constitution saves is more important than dealing damage to the trolls and other combatants. Which now brings us to the freshwater barracuda's attacks. We've got 2 of them that are attacking the troll in the back. Oh, we got a crit. We have got a crit, everybody. So one of these, what'd you call them? Needle snouts? Needle mouths?
Needle jaws.
Needle jaws? One of these needle
You're
jaws.
obviously not in the aquarium industry, are you?
Obviously. One of them is going to get a crit. The other one misses completely. Actually, wait, they have pack tactics. So the other one actually ended up getting... They both hit. They are going to deal a total of 15 piercing damage to this back aquatic troll. And that is...
Very good news.
It is very good news. It is now the troll's turn. The troll in front of you... You see some of its wounds begin to close. The troll behind you also has some of its wounds closed, the ones that it just got from these needle jaws. They are both still hurt. The one in the back is now barely hurt. And he is going to take 2 attacks against these needle jaws. The first attack is going to utterly destroy the needle jaw that was already hurt. And the second attack is going to actually miss.
Yeah!
So the last needle jaw is still alive with full hit points. Now, for the troll in front of you. This troll is going to have a hard time reaching you, so he is going to use his first attack to attack the block of ice that is in front of Guy and Sylvie. Is there a rule for blocks of ice and their power levels and stuff?
That's not one that I have memorized. I'm sorry.
You don't?
The blocks of ice ricochet back and stab everybody in the eyes who's on the opposing team. Pretty sure.
Pretty sure?
Since it's Sylvie's spell, it only attacks the other team. Yeah.
Exactly.
So he definitely is going to hit the block of ice. We'll say that the ice block has 10 hit points. Okay. First off, the bite on the block of ice. Actually, he's gonna do claws against the block of ice.
He's not an ice chewer.
That's gonna be 10 exactly, which is going to destroy the block of ice.
Damn him.
Opening up the hallway, meaning that now Guy and Sylvie can both see this other creature down the hallway, and they will then have to make saves on their next turn. This troll is now going to move up, and it has a claw attack and a bite attack still left. It is going to bite at Ornan with a 10 to hit.
That will miss.
Oh, wow.
And then he's going to claw at Guy with a 22.
That will hit, and he takes 20 cold damage. I don't know if he's got a resistance.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. You have a claw attack coming your way for 8 slashing damage.
I'm fine with that because I still have more of these 10 hit points.
That is the end of the aquatic troll's turn. And that brings us now to this last creature. So close to being natural and then moving in the most unnatural ways. She is going to... Nobody is still... Actually, here's my question. When somebody fails their save and is afraid and then they go unconscious, if they pop back up, are they still afraid? I think they are because they have to make the save at the end of their turn. Okay, Ornan, this creature glares at you again. I need another wisdom saving throw. You just got to get an 11.
But is this with advantage again because of my... Oh, this isn't to be afraid again, though, is it?
This is not to be afraid. This is now just to avoid the power of the glare.
And you said it's not a spell effect, right?
No, this is just an action.
Yeah, it's +0 to this.
Oh, it's a +0?
Oh, no.
Ornan got a 6.
Ornan drops to 0 hit points again.
Oh
man.
my gosh.
Oh, man. Cool.
All right. And she is going to stay put. But anyone now that can see her and see these trolls, you see predatory looks of hunger in their eyes. And that brings us to Ornan's turn. Ornan, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Jeez.
All right, here we go. That is a failure.
Oh, no.
We have one fail. Okay. We are back up to the top of the round with Sylvie. Sylvie, it's your turn. Now you can see this creature floating in the middle of the hallway. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. You can do it with advantage as the banner of bravery is aloft.
Oh, gosh. Okay, wisdom.
Difficulty 11. Actually, wait, give me a second. Apparently, unless you're surprised, you can choose to avert your eyes, but then you have disadvantage on any attacks to attack this thing.
Gotcha. Okay, so that is a 12.
You saved. You are not afraid of
goodness.
this creature, and you don't have to make this save again for at least 24 hours.
Okay.
Okay. So, Sylvie, what are you going to do?
Hell yeah. Then I do want to do that other attack that I did, which is a storm sphere. So I want to cast that. It's like essentially a ball of air.
Okay.
And I'm not going to cast the lightning part right now, unless if I have to. But don't make me change my mind.
I'm thinking that because it's a spell, I don't think it'll actually hit you guys necessarily if it's contained within a sphere.
Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your turns to cause a bolt of lightning to leap to the center of the sphere.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I try water. I mean, I feel like water conducts electricity if Pokemon taught me one thing.
All right, so it's a 20-foot sphere. So did you want to put the center of it like right behind the creature, so the creature in the center, so we can actually get like everybody?
Yep, that would be ideal.
Okay.
And then they need to make a strength saving throw of 15 or take 2d6 damage.
So you managed to get the Barracuda, both trolls, and this creature in the middle. Strength save 15. We'll do the creature in the center first. She's going to take some damage.
Okay, so that is 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, you have now doubled the amount of damage that she has taken. We are going to see about these two trolls. It looks like, what's their strength again? 15? They both make it. Do they take half damage?
I don't think so, but it is difficult terrain.
Okay. And then the last one is the shark. The shark. Woohoo. Seeing behind the screen here.
It's a needle jaw.
The needle jaw is going to take 7 more damage as well.
Sorry, ally fish.
You know what? If you kill this fish, if this fish dies, Danon can summon something else. All right.
Wow, that's
Okay.
callous.
Well, Guy, it is your turn. Guy, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. You can do it
with advantage.
Yes.
All right. Okay, that is an 18.
That will make it. You are not afraid. So the only person who still can become frightened by this creature is Ornan, who continues to drop to 0. There is a troll right in front of you, threatening your space. What are you going to do?
Oh, I'm going to launch some... Actually, will I have disadvantage at this range? I will. Okay, I'm going to draw my fan, and I'm going to do an attack with that. So as I swing out with the fan, there is actually a deep blue or indigo spectral arm holding a rapier that attacks as well, and do my impaling shadow. But first, I gotta hit the dude. So,
Okay.
that's a nat 20 to hit.
Oh, that is going to be a crit.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So that's going to do 14 slashing damage plus 3 for the castigating inscription. So that is 17 already. On top of that, because I was doing the impaling shadow, I get to do an additional, let's see, another 16 damage. I rolled max damage on that.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, that's
yeah.
awesome. This troll is looking in rough shape.
And if it moves, it takes another 8 damage. Or another D8 of damage.
Perfect. And what kind of damage did you deal?
So it was mostly slashing, and then the rest of it was thunder.
Okay. All right. That is good to know. Very good. All right. Very powerful attack. What else are you going to do? Or is that it? You're going to stay put?
I want to keep drawing attacks to me, so I still have a bonus action. I'm going to reach out and touch Ornan, and I'm going to send him behind Mogram. So that way, hopefully, things will continue to attack me, and they can get hurt by my investiture of the void.
Fantastic. Ornan teleports behind Mogram instead of in front of Mogram. Also, I forgot to mention that Ornan has a purple worm kind of floating around him, as well as he has summoned Ethos, and Ethos has not gotten to do anything yet.
Neither have I.
Does the worm look like it's mostly dead, or?
Jeez.
Well, Mogram, it's your turn, so let's see if you can change that.
All right, Mogram looks down at the
if
mass.
you want to do something else.
I know, we're forcing Mogram to be the healer. Sorry, bud.
That's okay. I signed up for it even. I mean, Mogram looks down at the syringe with like a perplexed and confused look, like, I thought I just healed this dude. And he rifles around his pack and pulls out one that's not quite as big and uses a level 2 syringe. And this will heal Ornan for the max because of my healing ability, so it'll be 20 healing instead of 28 this time.
Cool.
And then with the bonus action, Hinky Punk is going to reach out to the big troll at the entrance with its wispy little arms. Only an 11 to hit, so that will not do it.
That will miss.
Okay, that's it for me.
Okay, it is now Danon's turn. Seeing Ornan drop again and have to give it revived again, she calls out and she says... Actually, you can't hear what she says. She said, blah, 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 blah. She steps out from behind the pillar. She makes a wisdom saving throw as she sees the creature. She passes, no problem, and she hurls the flame in her hand at the troll that is right at the entrance of the hallway. She has to hit it first, and she barely hits. Okay, she gets a 15 to hit. She is going to deal some damage. 9 damage halved to 4 because you are underwater. And then she's going to step back behind the pillar again, next to Mogram and in front of Ornan. Now, here's the deal. The water temperature dropped instantly. On your turn, each of you will have to make a Constitution saving throw, and if you fail it, you will start taking cold damage. Okay. It is now Needlejaw's turn. It is going to make its one attack, now without advantage because it does not have pack tactics, as it is all alone, against the troll in the back, and is going to miss with a 14. And that brings us
And then
to...
he does have to, actually, I'm sorry, bud. He does have to make another strength saving throw at the end of his turn. Sorry, guy.
He fails.
All right, 3 damage. Nice.
Okay. That's great for an ally, yeah.
Yes. Okay, but it is now the troll's turn. The troll has to make the strength save. What do they have to get?
It's 15, but it is at the end of their turn.
Oh, at the end of their turn. Okay. The troll in the back is going to make one bite attack against this Needlejaw and miss, and going to make a claw attack and barely hit with a
brutal.
12, and is going to see what kind of damage they can do. That is going to be 11 damage. The Needlejaw is still alive. One more claw attack.
MVP.
The Needlejaw is dead, having had one hit point left, and the troll has now used up all of its attacks and is now free to move down the hallway, swims past the strange creature.
With slowed speed, though, because he's in the eye of the storm.
Okay, yeah, this troll tries to move, but it is just like it's like a whirlpool in here, just tough to move and fight against all of this power, and only manages to make it about 15 feet, trying to swim against the current, basically, and now has to make a strength saving throw, and passes no problem. That is the troll's turn, and now the creature.
Wait, what about the one in front of me?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Why not? The one in front of you. The one in front of you is going to take a bite attack against you, Guy, and that is going to be a 15.
That will miss.
And then a claw attack, a 25.
That hits. Takes 20, half to 10.
And 11 damage.
Okay. I still have 1 temporary hit point.
Oh, let's go.
Last attack. That's going to miss, I do believe. That's only going to be a 12.
Yep. Okay. I still have the Investiture of the Void up, so next thing that hits me still takes 20 damage.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, starting within 30 feet, Ornan, you have been moved backwards out of the range of this creature's evil, frightening presence. And so this creature instead is going to swim up.
Forward and use it again.
She's going to move up and share the space with the Hinky Punk, just so she can reach Guy, but she is struggling against this storm that Sylvie has created as well. And Guy.
Yes?
Does an 18 hit you?
That is my AC. She'll take 20 cold damage.
Oh my gosh. And just like that, she's taken more damage than anyone has managed to give her. But she is going to hit you for 2d6 plus 3 damage. That is going to be 8 damage.
Okay. All right.
And your armor shatters and is gone. Okay. Ornan. You're still standing, Ornan, but you are afraid of her. You cannot move closer to the fight.
Yeah.
You get to make your wisdom saving throw again at the end of your turn to overcome being frightened. But what are you going to do right now?
I don't know that there's a whole lot I can do. The weapons I have to throw are not piercing, so they're not going to be effective. And I can't move forward. So I'm just going to drink my mycelium mead as best I can underwater. And actually, no, I've already done that. I'm going to drink a potion. I'm going to drink one of my 2 potions of healing.
Okay.
And get back 7 hit points.
Okay.
And then that will be my turn, and I'll end it making the wisdom save.
Make the wisdom save. Difficulty 11.
I add 0, so I got a 7. I am still
and you rolled 2 instead of just 1. And you still failed it.
Jesus. We really need to boost Ornan's confidence, though, guys.
I haven't rolled higher than a 7 in like 2 sessions, I think.
Well, I'm giving you lots of chances to roll. No, you did, because your first death saving throw was a success. So you got at least a 10.
That's true. I got at least 1 10.
All right, we are back up to the top of the round. Oh, wait a minute. I did not make a strength save for this creature at the end of her turn, She made a natural 20, so she does not take any damage from the storm. Okay, Sylvie, we're back to the top of the round. It is your turn. This storm is still raging. There is nothing else in this storm except for the 2 trolls and this creature. And before I move on, Ornan, make a Constitution saving throw, difficulty 13.
You got this, dude.
Well, at least I add more than 0 to this. An 11 plus 6 is 17.
You made it. Okay. You can feel the cold seeping in, but you don't take any damage. Sylvie, make a Constitution saving throw, difficulty 13.
So you want these at the beginning of the turn, not end of the turn?
Yes.
Constitution, right? So that's +2, so that's 16.
Okay. You also feel the cold starting to seep in, but you do not take any damage. Okay. What are you going to do?
Noise. All right. First thing is, which of these trolls/monsters is looking the worst for wear?
Definitely the one that's closest to you.
Okay. I'm going to use a 3rd level magic missile here, and I'm going to try to shoot it.
Okay. Are you going to shoot all the arrows at that first troll, that closest troll?
I was going to try to go for it, so.
Yeah. All right. How many arrows shoot out?
Let's see. So it's 3rd level, so that's what, 5?
5.
And then 5 force damage, so.
So 5 force damage per arrow. That is 25 damage. That is more than enough as you see this troll fall or float.
Okay, and then I'm going to make
I was going to say, one last thing that you do notice is that you see its body trying to regenerate, but it can't. However, the troll in the back, on its turn, it did regenerate some of its hit points as well. What else are you going to do?
Okay, so with my bonus action, I am going to use a lightning on this troll that's in the back. So
Okay.
hopefully it won't kill us all.
Okay.
It's 4d6 lightning damage.
We're underwater and you cast Produce Toaster.
And what does, oh my gosh, what does he get to do as far as a save?
Use a bonus action to cause a bolt of lightning for one creature within 60 feet of the center.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to make a ranged spell attack. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. So just it's got to beat his AC with your spell attack.
16.
That will hit. And how much damage did you do?
18.
18
Nice.
lightning damage to this troll in the back. Very, very good. Awesome. Anything else that you want to do, Sylvie?
No, that's it.
Okay. Guy, it's your turn. Your armor is gone. The troll in front of you is floating lifelessly in the hall, but this strange feminine creature is floating near you. You can see elbows not quite where you expect them to be, fingers bending the wrong way. When she doesn't move, she looks normal, and then as she moves, everything is disjointed and wrong. But you are not afraid of her. What are you going to do?
I'm going to make a Constitution saving throw,
Yes, you are.
and I'm only going to get a 5.
Okay.
Oh, I get 11 hit points back when that one died because of my castigating inscription.
Okay, and you take 7 cold damage as you feel the water around you starting to crush in on your lungs and on your body as it gets frigid down here.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Investiture of the Void on myself again for my action. So again, I'll have that extra 20 temporary hit points to hopefully cushion some of this blow. That's my last spell slot, though.
Okay,
And then I'm going to stand there, hopefully drawing some more attacks.
perfect. All right, Mogum, it's now your turn. You are still standing back in the room. We have the creature right at the door, and then we have the troll further back down the hallway.
Okay. Nobody's dead, right? Nobody's been knocked out, so
I'm just dead inside. It's all right.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out this weird kind of metallic needle thing that's attached to a cord, and I'm gonna move my way up, and I am going to plunge the needle into my left forearm, and then pull out the other end, which is also needled, and stab it at the creature in front of me.
Okay.
and I am going to use what I call Blood Siphon. This is an attack, a 25 to hit.
That will hit. Before we go too much further, I do need your Constitution save, because I will forget.
17.
All right, you feel the cold seeping in, but it does not hit you. Okay, with your blood siphon, you manage to hit this creature. What happens?
12 damage is done to this creature. Kind of this necrotic damage as life force is drained from it. And I am healed for 6.
Nice. Well, very cool. Yeah, she looks like she is rough as you suck away some of the life force from her.
To be honest, I don't want to share blood with that thing.
I mean, that's fair.
You don't like sharing bodily fluids with creatures that bend in weird ways?
I mean, how sexy are
I mean,
these weird ways?
I don't mind, but
To each their own.
Yeah, don't knock it until you try it.
Oh, gosh.
That's right. And for the bonus action, Hinky Punk is going to reach out and wispily kind of reach towards it, but only get a nat 1 for an 8 to try to hit it, so it misses the creature.
Okay. Is that your whole turn?
That's it.
Okay. It is now Damon's turn. Damon now has a choice to make. She can cast another spell, or she can bring the fire back to protect you guys from the cold. She glances around, sees that everyone seems to have been doing okay, and she steps out and she summons another creature.
Wait, are you saying that Danon didn't start the fire?
You see coming up behind this aquatic troll a massive snake. It looks like almost like imagine like an anaconda. We're talking like 20 feet long, fat and thick, just swimming through the water with all this grace, pops up right behind the troll and is going to immediately strike out at the troll.
that dude don't want none unless he got buns, hun.
That is correct.
And the troll is only wearing a jockstrap, so you can see the buns.
It is going to miss as it tries to constrict around the troll. But there is now a giant snake here, as Danon has not recharged the fire spell, and she is going to make a Constitution save now as well and fail. She's going to take some damage. Ooh, she takes 10 cold damage.
Does she lose concentration on her new spell?
Oh, good call. No, she does not. She is okay. All right.
The anaconda is in the area of effect, though.
Oh, yes. Good call as well. Gonna make a strength save and gonna fail. How much damage does the giant constrictor snake take?
That is 7 damage.
Okay. This snake seems a lot hardier than the needle jaws were. Okay. That brings us now.
Yeah, I would imagine. The giant anaconda.
I saw anaconda.
That brings us to this troll. The troll is going to turn around and strike
Such a memorable movie.
It's going to strike at the snake.
I should specify, I was talking about a movie called Anaconda, not just I saw an anaconda once.
Yeah.
Oh, I think, yeah,
I
Anaconda
knew what
was
you
a
meant. I
classic.
knew what you
Yeah.
meant.
It was terrifying. So real.
This troll turns around and strikes out with a bite and 3 claw attacks right at that giant snake that just appeared, hitting all 3 times, which is going to be 5d6 plus 12 damage, which is going to be 31 points of damage.
What?
Right
Jeebus.
off the bat in one round. And the snake is still there. The troll has attacked at it, and the troll and the snake are now going head to head. And that brings us
I
now.
thought you were going to say they're now going at it, because that's how you historically that's what you would say.
normally what you say.
That is normally what I say. I am super predictable. Okay, I am going to see what this creature is going to do. This creature in front of you, Magram, it's her turn. She looks in rough shape. Survival instinct kicks in. She is going to use the disengage action and swim away. 5, 10, 15... 20 feet is all she can get. She is now back by the troll and the snake as she has to make a strength saving throw or take damage. And she gets she rolled a natural 19, so she's not going to take any damage from the storm. And for the second time in this combat. Ornan, what are you going to do besides make a death saving throw?
Oh, man. Well, I don't have to make a death saving throw this time. Since I can't see her, I'm going to move forward to kind of the position that I was in before.
You move back up towards that last remaining ice block.
Yeah. And I'm just kind of like floating, swimming below Mogram. There's not a lot I can do from there without swimming into the storm and starting to take damage. So I'm just going to make a wisdom save to see if maybe I can roll higher than 10.
Okay.
Hey, I did it!
Nice.
I got a 13.
Nice.
Yes.
You are no longer afraid
man.
of that creature. Also, I do need you to make a Constitution save, difficulty 13, as it is freezing cold down here.
Okay. That is another 17.
You are fine. Okay. Okay. Back up to the top of the initiative order. Sylvie, it is your turn. Make a Constitution save, difficulty 13.
+2. All right, 17. Hell yeah.
All right. Yeah, you are fine. I mean, it's definitely cold, but you're not taking damage. What are you going to do? You have this spell that you're keeping on concentration. There is still one of these trolls in the back, and this creature is swimming away. You can see that the troll in the back continues to heal and looks barely injured at this point.
I am going to strike at him again, I think, with that lightning bolt.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah, nat 20.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome. So then how much damage do you do?
12 doubled would be 24.
Very good damage. All right.
And then, that was my bonus action.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
How's he looking?
He's still looking, he's not bloodied.
How's the other creature?
She's on death's door.
So I'm going to use a first level magic missile then.
Okay.
And I am going to send 3 darts her way for 4 each.
Oh, nice.
Or wait, no, isn't it? It's +1, so 5 each.
What happens to this creature as the darts of energy pierce her body?
Yeah, what shape do your darts of energy take, too?
What shape do? Oh, well, they're obviously little hearts.
Oh, that's so
And
cute.
with the little heart point to like stabbing people with it.
Oh, it's like Cupid's arrow without the shaft.
Exactly. But with this like whirling storm that's kind of going on, I hardly think we could even see it. I think it kind of just pierces into her like too quick for the eye to see.
Oh, awesome. And her body begins to float as dark blood starts seeping out from all of her wounds, and she is no more. Very good. All right. Guy, it is your turn. This storm is raging in front of you. You see a troll battling this giant snake. This troll is looking like not really hurt at all. Make your Constitution save and see if you take some cold damage.
I got a 21.
Okay, you are good.
All right, so for my action, I'm going to just send some arcane bursts that way.
Okay.
The first one's only a 12, but then the Amber Crow is going to be a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Only 6 force damage.
Only 6 force damage. Okay. Every little bit.
That's going to immediately heal.
On its
That's
turn.
my turn.
Okay. All right. Mogram, it's your turn. You are also standing right at the edge of this storm. You can see the water whirling around this dangerous vortex in front of you, filling the hallway. What are you going to do?
We'll go ahead and take care of the Hinky Punk right now. It's going to go ahead and move forward and attack the next troll creature that's a little bit deeper in.
Yeah.
A 24 to hit
That'll hit.
for 9 force damage.
Okay.
And then Mogram's going to load up a Hemexton Venom Dart and will use his little hand crossbow and kind of shoot this thing with a Hemexton Venom Dart. It'll need to make a DC 15 Wisdom save.
Wisdom. Ooh, it failed.
Okay. It will take 21 venom damage.
Oh my gosh, that's huge. 21, and just like that, this thing is hurting so bad. so bad. It's the power glove.
So bad.
That joke is so bad. Yes, okay, very good. One more thing I need you to do before your turn is over. I forgot to have you do it at the beginning of your turn. Go ahead and make your Constitution save to see if you take cold damage.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Oh, gosh. 13.
You barely made it. All right, Magram, that is your turn. It is now Damon's turn again. And on her turn, she re-summons the Produce Flame, and the area around her within 15 feet of her is now warmer. All of you are still within 15 feet of her. You can instantly feel the water begin to warm up.
Did somebody pee? Magram?
Magram, your bottles came unstoppered. No!
Oh, crap.
No, I think it's piss.
The water begins to warm up, and you will no longer need to make Constitution saving throws. And that brings us now to the giant snake's turn. The giant snake is going to again try to attack this troll. Only getting a 13 is going to miss, and it is now the troll's turn. The troll is going to turn around and attack back after you see wounds close up. Still bloodied, but not as bad as it looked a mere few seconds ago. It is going to attack back at this snake again with 3 attacks. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. The bite and 1 of the claws is going to hit, so that is going to be a total of 18 damage to this snake.
Jeez.
This snake has now taken 56 hit points and looks so rough, but is still alive. And this troll now has to make a strength save as well, and it only gets a 10.
Whoa, hell yeah, 12 damage.
Oh, nice.
Oh, maximum damage. Oh, very good. Also, the snake has to make its save. 15? I don't think it made it. It got a 14.
Nice.
So how much damage does the snake take? The snake is your ally.
10 damage. Well, the Barracuda was our ally too, so.
And the snake, after being pummeled by the storm and clawed and bitten to death by the troll, is no longer alive. There is this carcass of this massive snake floating here in the hallway.
I swear to God, if any of you guys give me about killing this snake, this innocent snake, I will murder you with a storm of lightning.
Oh, and that brings us now to Ornan Opal Bleacher. Ornan, you are standing on the edge of this storm. There is one troll left as he turns to look at you with anger and venom in its eyes.
All right. I know this is probably stupid, but I'm going to swim in and try and hit it.
I mean, if anybody can pass the saving throws, it's you.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So, well, no, not with my recent rolls. All right. The first one, 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
9 piercing damage. And then I'm going to, my skeletal left hand appears like burning fire, and I'm going to brand it, dealing 6 fire damage.
Okay, halved to 3.
But then it has to make a DC 14 strength save or be restrained.
It makes it for the 17.
Okay. Well, at least I did fire, so that should take care of the other thing.
This troll is so close to dead, and you see that the fire, even though it is less effective here underwater, you can see that the wounds, you can watch this thing start to, like the flesh start to knit and heal itself, but you see its body almost like rear back in shock from the feeling of this fiery brand. Okay, what's your next attack?
The next attack is only a 15 to hit.
That will barely hit.
And that one is for 13 piercing damage.
Ornan, what does that look like as you vanquish this last combatant here in this hallway?
MVP, Ornan.
Oh,
man.
yeah. You deserve
What a hero. So
I
glad.
needed a little something, so Ornan just swims in and just kind of right to the jugular. That's his go-to when he's using the pick, and just rips out the throat of this beast.
And with that, we are going to cue victory music.
Woo! Sylvia will drop her
Woo.
concentration so Ornan doesn't have to make any more saving rolls.
Cool.
Perfect.
I
The
appreciate
only
that.
thing I'm going to need before Ornan can get back towards Danon is I just need Ornan to make one last Constitution saving throw. Difficulty 13.
That is a 19.
Okay, you manage to get back close enough to Danon where you no longer feel the cold of the water threatening to damage you. Okay, so here we are. This is what's going on now. You have this hallway cluttered with the dead. You have 3 of these needlejaw fish floating there. You have 2 massive, like 10-foot tall trolls. You have this crazy, weird other creature with awkward joints. This very this disgustingly frightening creature, and a giant constrictor snake, all filling up this hallway with death. And back here in this room, the fog and mist continues to billow out of this room, streaking out through the open doorway, up above, out the tower, out under the top of the lake, and covering the lake as well as nearby Mirloff and the lands surrounding Mirloff. What are you guys going to do? Last time before the battle started, you guys managed to do a quick cursory glance in here before the fight started. And now at this point, you have a little bit more time to explore.
I want to go see the source of all this fog.
Yeah, follow that fog.
Yeah, we might as well.
As you guys move into the room further, you can see that right in the center of the room, there is a raised dais. It's just like 2 or 3 steps up to a large round platform. There is grass growing all around. There are these bushes and trees and everything. I'm gonna need Guy and Ornan to both back up a step, actually. As you get closer, you see that this platform is where the fog and mist is billowing out of. And as you squint and look closer, you see that there is some sort of a shape, some sort of a large, and when I say large, I mean huge form lying here on this altar. As you wave your hand in the air to move the fog and the mist away, it becomes suddenly clear as you look through and you see lying here on this dais a massive dragon.
Oh, sh**.
Okay, so I think the first thing you guys all notice is, oh, there is a dragon down here. What the are we doing down here? And then before, I imagine even you guys turn to start swimming away, just the sheer presence and power of this creature. I need you guys to make survival or nature checks.
Yeah, bro, I'm out as hell. Holy guacamole.
I've got pretty good survival.
All right, here comes nature. Let's do it.
Malcolm got a 23.
Oh, hell yeah.
Guy got an 11.
Ornan got a 7.
Oh, no, I got a 2. 6. I got 6.
Okay. Ornan, you're like, get me out of here. Sylvie, you're like, I'm right behind you. Guy, you're like, something's not right here, but you can't quite tell what it is. Magram and Danon, both of you have really good survival rolls. Magram, you got 23. Danon got a 24. Magram, what you see is you see a dragon, hard scales, green in color. And as you look closer, you see the green is not the color of the scales. The green is more like the patina on the scales. You see a little hint of bronze at the edges. You see this is some sort of a bronze dragon. The scales are actually metallic and just covered in this patina. Nature checks were not good enough to determine anything else about this dragon, but you guys do, with your survival checks, you recognize this dragon is hurt. As you move around the dragon and look, you see eyes are closed. You see wounds half healed across its face.
Aww.
You see along its back, you see a wing curled up and the other wing stretched out to the side, and the bones that make up the arm of the wing are bent at a painful angle. You see a sleeping, healing dragon. And with a survival check of 23 and survival check of 24, I will let you guys know, at this point you look at this dragon and you recognize this dragon in its current state is not a threat. And I will let you guys make nature checks, you and Danon, to see what other information you can glean about this creature.
So Mogram got a 13 on his nature check.
Okay. Danon did a little bit better. You guys start to look at this dragon. It's hard to communicate down here because you guys can't actually speak because of the water.
You guys can send your thoughts through Sylvie, though, and Sylvie can send thoughts back out.
If anybody else wants to do anything else here in this room, just let me know. But Mogram, with your 13 nature and with your knowledge of like medicine and healing, you're looking at this dragon and you're seeing, as it's laying on this dais, plants and weeds have grown up around its legs and around its body. It has been here for a long, long time. The patina that covers its scales is something you would see, like, I always picture back in college taking art history, and they would pull these bronze statues up out of the Mediterranean from like ancient Greece, and they're just green and covered in this patina because they've been down there for over 1,000 years. Maybe not 1,000 years, but this creature has been here for a long time, long enough to have the environment sort of start to claim it. And as you're looking at this dragon and you're recognizing how long it's been here and you're seeing these wounds that are half healed, you start to question whether this dragon is even healing at all.
Oh.
It seems like this dragon is in some sort of maybe stasis for protection, as it is sleeping. You know that sleep is like the great healer, that, you know, if you can sleep, if you can get good sleep, that your body's going to heal faster. And it seems like this dragon is potentially attempting to sleep and to heal, but the wounds are not healing.
Mogram, do you think you could heal him? You have any extra jars of pee you could throw on him or something?
I mean, you had that horse-sized needle. Do you have a dragon-sized needle?
As Sylvie is relaying these messages back and forth.
I rolled a 25 on my medicine check. I don't know if there's anything I can glean in terms of if I think any medicine I have could at all be useful in this type of situation, or if it's more maybe arcane.
So as you are looking at this creature, you recognize the damage done appears to be physical. So, you know, there are slashes and, you know, the broken bone of its wing. Also, this creature is massive and strong and incredibly, like, legendary. This would be considered a huge creature. With your nature check, you're fairly certain this would be an adult dragon. Not like a great worm or something like that, but definitely powerful. The wounds on it appear to be physical, but the healing and the lack of healing appears to be something more, maybe something arcane. And you wonder if potentially this dragon has like a hex or a curse or something upon it.
Got it. Okay.
Sylvie would definitely want to go over and investigate the troll not the troll, but like the hag creature and then the snake, and kind of see if there's any sort of good stuff she can find on them.
Go ahead and you start checking out the trolls. You find a lot of like
Dirty loincloths.
Dangly bits.
Yeah, there's dirty loincloths. There's little like pouches on their belts that are full of like food, like raw fish and things like that. You see that the feminine creature has some sort of a pouch on her belt, on her like tied at her waist, that appears to have some sort of plant or flower or something in there. That as you're looking at, you're like, this might be maybe some kind of a reagent or something for like casting a spell. Potentially, it could be like some sort of a component, of a spell component. So out of everything on these creatures, that's like the only thing of value that you see would be potentially this spell component pouch.
All right, yeah, I'll grab that. And anything on the snake? Any kind of...
No.
No, okay. Just a snake.
Straight up just a snake. Yeah, just a snake.
Gee's just sticking near Danon so he doesn't get too cold. He's a sensitive little guy.
Danon relays to you guys with her nature check through Sylvie. She just asks a simple question. Where's its hoard?
Oh heavens, we have to find this guy's hoard.
I think we should help this guy.
Wait, do we know, based on the checks we made, that a bronze dragon is historically a good dragon?
I would say, Magram, that you would know that there are legends and things of bronze dragons, of fighting for the little guy, being the hero, finding a worthy cause and fighting for it. So I think that if this is actually a bronze dragon, then it'd probably be considered on the good spectrum.
Also, I'm sorry, but Ornan made a huge fuss about all of those ordinary bandits. I think that we could not want to kill a magical creature that's hella cool.
We just killed a bunch of hella cool trolls.
Glub, glub, glub.
Glub, glub, glub.
I think Mogram's going to pull out his toning rod and see if he can't detect magic to try to understand if there is some sort of curse or magical energy that's detaining this thing.
Oh, yeah.
What was that?
Tone that rod.
Oh, okay. I was thinking,
No, it was supposed to sound sexual. Okay.
okay, you pull out the toning rod. You start to you sense vibrations of magic. I think that even though dragons are natural creatures, they are also just innately magical. And the toning rod goes crazy, just having this massive creature of myth and legend right in front of you. But you also detect there is a hint of magic emanating from these wounds. And as you can determine the school, you detect that these wounds have sort of remnants of conjuration, as well as remnants of necromancy and evocation.
Interesting. Okay. I don't know if this is going to do anything, but I am going to reach into my vest pocket and pull out my flask of lotus extract and use my level 3 dispel magic on the wounds and see if there is anything magical that's kind of like keeping the wounds infected or, not able to heal or whatever the case might be. See if I can't alleviate that.
What I am going to have you do is I'm going to have you roll it.
Okay.
So you roll your dispel magic. So make a spell attack.
Oh, a nat 20 for a 27.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's
And
go.
nat 20 for a 27. Oh my.
Clutch.
Oh. Hey, big guy. Sun's getting low. Sun's getting real low.
As you cast dispel magic, you're not sure. There are so many wounds on this dragon, and there's just this conflicting aura of magic around it from these different wounds. You're not sure what exactly you managed to turn off or dispel, but without having to because you're watching for it and you know that the spell worked, as you watch the dragon, as you cast this spell, as you do your dispel magic, you see a stream of bubbles come out of its mouth and nose. And you think for a second, and it seems like it just gave a sigh in its sleep. You're not sure what you did, but you're fairly certain that you alleviated some pain or damage that this dragon was still feeling. The eyes stay shut.
While all this is going on, Guy is actually going to be preparing his giant tortoise shell down here. The spell specifically says that the interior is warm and dry. So just so we'll have a place to maybe talk things over. Not necessarily to take a long rest, but just someplace safe.
Okay.
So as soon as that spell does go off, you feel a bunch of water kind of gush out from the openings of that turtle shell, like where the legs and head would come out.
Nice. Sort of like when Squirtle does his spin attack where he squirts out water.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And he was in a gang.
He was.
The Squirrel Squad.
Squirtle Squad.
Those sunglasses were so cool.
Everyone that I tell that Squirtle is half turtle, half squirrel, nobody likes that. Everybody hates that.
He's got a friggin' squirrel tail.
I know, he's a squirrel turtle.
Yeah, he's a Squirtle.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That's not what it is. He squirts water.
Nobody likes it. All right. So there's now a giant turtle shell.
Yeah, I want to go into the turtle shell so I can talk to everybody.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, you are all now here. It is dry and it is warm. There is a giant dragon that is asleep on this dais, all curled up. You see, all the wounds, broken wing. It seems to be resting a little easier than it was when you first came into the room, though.
You guys, that's a dragon.
I know.
Look, I know it's a dragon, but it's a bronze dragon. And, historically, they have not been evil. They typically have been more on the helpful and, less dangerous side for people. So I think that this might actually be in our best interest to try to help it. I actually used some of the lotus extract and removed some of the magical effects that I think had been preventing it from healing, but based on the environment, it has been down here for a very long time.
Do you suppose it's a prisoner down here, or was it sealed away down here to heal in peace? We blew up a door.
Yes, I feel that it is entirely possible that maybe it was locked down in this place.
That's what I'm afraid of. And if it can't fend for itself, if it's asleep here, what's to keep those needle jaws from coming and nibbling on it?
As you look over at the vault door, which is lying on its side from the key to the city.
Exactly.
Wasn't me.
That one was me.
I have a bit more things that I can try to use to treat the dragon a little bit more. I'm not sure that I have enough to fully resuscitate it or heal it, but I'd like to almost try and see if I can't help this creature.
If you think that it's safe, that it would be grateful for our help, and like you said, usually they're more benevolent than some of the stories of dragons, then I'm all for it. I think we could look around the room to see if there's any other, maybe, clues as to why it's down here imprisoned or put away to recover. I can keep this turtle shell up for however long we need. I can just have this be our base of operations, and if you want to go explore a little bit and Malgrim try to give this dragon a hand, then I'm all for it. We can't keep Annalise waiting too long. She'll start to worry.
Danon speaks up and she says, I don't see a horde. I don't think this is actually its lair. I think you're right. It's a prison or it's a
Shrine of Resurrection from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Well, it's not doing a very good job if that's the case. This guy does not seem to be resurrected.
But it's alive.
It is alive.
All right, Magram, go give it a kiss on the mouth. Kiss of life.
I've always wanted to do
Make
this.
sure to use all the tongue.
Yeah, give it as much tongue as those two parents in that one draft video that went out.
What?
Oh my gosh.
That's so gross.
Did you not see that?
No.
There's a kid getting drafted into for like college, or his college draft.
I don't remember what it was.
Oh,
But
God.
it showed the parents, and they gave each other like a congratulatory kiss, and there's so much tongue.
And they don't close their
Yeah.
eyes. They're looking each other straight in the eye too. It's
Oh,
so
man.
really
Hey.
gross.
Oh.
That's intense.
It was super intense. Okay.
So go give this dragon a tongue kiss, or whatever you're gonna do. The shell. I set up the shell close enough too that you can probably still get to the dragon, touch it, whatever, from within the shell or just barely outside the shell.
Dana's going to go start swimming around and kind of exploring some of the other area around.
Yeah, Sylvie would love to kind of go with Danon and sort of like investigate, since that's kind of one of her skills. One of my hella sick skills.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and make an investigation check, Bloodhound?
Okay, so that is an 11 investigation, so not so sick.
Hella sick.
It's hard to smell down here, so.
If you're investigating with Danon, wouldn't you get advantage?
Yeah, go ahead and make an advantage. Go do advantage.
Come on, Bloodhound. Okay, that's a nat 20 for a 27.
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so with your investigation, you're going to get some more information. You see that there are these old like statues down here of long forgotten heroes and peoples covered in algae and river grass, that kind of stuff, whatever grows at the bottom of the lake, sludge and nastiness down here. You see that there are 3 on either side of this room. This room is kind of like longer east to west than it is north to south. And again, it is lined with columns. There's like 4 rows of columns that run the length of this room. You imagine that the tower above must have been pretty massive and needed a lot of support for this many columns to support the roof. But you see these statues. It looks like some of them are warriors, some of them are scholars. As you start to like clear away some of the muck and stuff that is growing off in these statues.
Algae,
yes,
Or algae, depending on where you're from.
As you look around at these different statues, you notice that they are women. And as you look closer, you recognize that with your natural 20 investigation, they have elvish features, including pointed ears, and even the dress that they are depicted wearing looks to be elvish of some kind. And as you are looking around at these different statues, you don't see a lot of like any indications as to who they are, except for in front of one of these statues. You see that the statue is tall, it is regal, and it is
Flanked by 2 displacer beasts.
No, but you're on the right track.
Holding a really cool fan.
You see a plaque, and the plaque is in Elvish. It is written in Elvish. Does anybody speak Elvish?
I sure don't.
That's
I
right, you
don't.
don't.
Yeah, not
Oh
me.
my
It's a-
gosh.
No, Sylvie's got Rosetta Stone. Just give her 10 minutes if she doesn't have any spell slots.
I do speak Elvish, so it's totally fine. I can
show
translate
off.
it.
This happened last time. You see on this plaque, you see it says Queen Elsewin Sunseeker. And as you think back, you remember that in the ruins beneath Redlum, the statue that was flanked by 2 displacer beasts, the plaque actually down there said self-styled Queen Elsewin Sunseeker, visionary, revolutionary mother. This one just says Queen Elsewin Sunseeker, and it is 1 statue out of 6, and it is not nearly as massive. So it seems like this room is not dedicated to her like the other ruins that you were in, and it looks like it is dedicated to like either a dynasty or a conference or a quorum, and Elsewin is just one of 6 people who are depicted here in statue form.
6 women, all women, you said, right?
All women, yes, and all elvish features. Actually, scratch that. All elvish features except for one. One of them has human features.
Okay. Are there any other plaques? Sorry, I'm not there, but I'm sure Sylvie would be looking for plaques.
The only plaque that you find is the one that says Queen Elsewin Sunseeker.
And is that just like among the rest of them, or is it like in a position of prominence?
It's on the west side, so there's 3 on the west and 3 on the east. It is the south, so it's like south, middle, north. It is the south statue on the west side.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
The other thing that you notice with your investigation has nothing to do with the statues. As you are kind of moving around this room, you see next to the massive vault door that has fallen down, you see claw marks in the stone, and you see that the way that the door has fallen, it's not fallen completely flat. It's fallen up against a column, so you can see underneath it as well. You can see like both sides of the door. You see claw marks on the inside of the door. And with your Bloodhound skills and your natural 20, you determine it looks like this door was closed from the inside. And very possibly, this dragon locked themselves in here for safety or security while they were trying to heal from these wounds.
Whoops.
Well, we healed him a little bit. Sylvie will kind of relay that to everybody, obviously, in the hut.
And this dragon's healing powers apparently are not up to par because it's been down here for a long time and has not healed from its wounds. Mogram, as you look at this dragon, if this dragon has been down here this long, you are certain it should have been healed by now, at least as healed as it was going to be. And it seems to still be in almost like a coma, basically. Like how they put patients into an induced coma to let them heal without the brain damage. It almost seems like that is what this dragon has done to itself as you guys start to put pieces together.
Interesting. I think I'm going to try and pull out some medical kits and try and do a couple of healing injections into this guy if possible.
Yeah, go ahead and make your rolls to see how much you manage to heal this dragon.
So I'll use my last level 2, healing it for 12.
You see some of the wounds start to close.
And then I'm going to use... screw it. I'm going to use all 3 of my last level 1s.
Oh, wow.
So many forehead kisses on the dragon. Didn't know that's how you healed.
10, 11, 5. I was going to say, man, I'm rolling great tonight.
I think that's a total of 38 that you've healed.
You just keep patting the nose and shushing it just to calm it down. Shh. Pat, pat, pat. Shh.
Aww.
So why don't we see how it's doing after I do all of that? And then if that's not enough, I have one more spell slot that I can try and use.
Quick, everyone, see if you can fashion something to make a giant cone so that it doesn't start biting at its stitches.
Oh, good call.
All right, Mogram, what I need you to do, I need you to make either perception or investigation check.
I'll do a perception. And with my shield, that's got advantage. So it's a 23 perception.
As you are watching this dragon, you see the wounds begin to close. You see healing happening. You do not see this dragon wake up, but you see bubbles escaping from its nose and from its mouth. And as you watch this dragon, watching for some sign of life, you see behind its eyelids, the eyes start moving left and right very quickly, as apparently this dragon enters REM sleep.
Well, that's good.
That is good. That's the most restorative sleep, I think.
It is.
I have one more spell slot that I can do.
I want you to make an insight check after all this healing that you've done.
A 23 insight.
Jeez.
I'm rolling great tonight, guys.
These are huge rolls, yes. With your 23 insight, you have spent a lot of time with this dragon. You've gone through a lot of your reagents and your powers to try to help as much as you can. And
So many snoot kisses.
before you cast your last spell, you get the distinct impression whatever you do might heal the body of this dragon, but there is something else keeping this dragon asleep. And that is something you're not sure how to solve.
Got it. Okay. Interesting.
You determine that the damage itself is not what's keeping this dragon asleep. You determine that maybe this dragon went into some kind of hibernation to heal initially and never woke back up because something else is keeping it asleep.
I get it. He just rolled too many rolls that were really low and he's feeling a little depressed. I totally understand.
Same.
You know, I can try and heal him for more. And I guess it can't hurt just to do it if we're eventually just going to go back and rest ourselves. I can replenish all my stores. I don't know. I'll go back into the turtle shell for a moment and kind of ask anybody in there and be like, well, I've done a lot. There's one more thing I can try. Is it worth it, or should we just call it good enough?
As you come into the turtle shell, you see that Guy has spent his time in there. He's using a knife to scratch into the floor a message for this dragon when it wakes up. It basically says, "Good morning. We helped you, Wilhelm Associates."
XOXO.
Yeah. Just so it wakes up and it wants to shower gratitude on someone, it can come find us. I think it couldn't hurt, you like you said. Maybe do what you can. That's my vote.
Okay.
One thing I forgot to say too, with your nature and all your checks that you've already made, Mogram, it seems like the fog and the mist is some sort of like natural protection that this dragon has that is emitting from its body. It's just trying to protect itself by obscuring the area. And game rules wise, bronze dragons as a layer action can create a cloud of fog. So this is like that layer action has just bloomed and blossomed for years and years and years until it has become something a lot more powerful than just the typical layer action of a bronze dragon.
Would Sylvie be able to read this dude's thoughts if she tried to detect them?
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, I think that yes, you might.
This is a wisdom 15. I don't know what that means if it's snoozing, but
Dragons have a very powerful, just innate wisdom, but let me.
Well, you could read surface thoughts without having to dig any deeper, but its surface thoughts may just be snore, yawn, snore.
Is that something that you want to do?
oh yeah, no, hell yeah, if I can.
Let's see here. So, Mogram, are you going to do your last spell?
I think I am.
Okay.
I'm going to go out and kind of pull out my last syringe, which is just the size of my own arm. It's a level. I'm going to use my level 4 spell slot.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear, I'm glad you didn't use that on me.
It's a suppository.
Yeah. It's not that great, but it's 17. So 17 healing from that one.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Okay.
That is all I've got.
Yeah. You see, even the wing is beginning to knit and to heal. All right, Sylvie, you are going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Yeah, so I get surface thoughts, and then if I try to shift to probe further, it's a wisdom saving of 15.
Okay. So, surface thoughts that you get from casting this spell. First off, as you approach this dragon, you feel how large of a presence this being is. And as you cast Detect Thoughts, you feel the presence. The conscious presence of this dragon is also incredibly large and powerful. And I'm not going to say overwhelming, but you can see how it could be overwhelming. You sense calm and relief. Like before, you sense this this sigh of relief is the only way I can describe the surface thoughts. You are going to try to dive deeper. This dragon has natural defenses. It gets a +7 to this wisdom saving throw. Here we go. Natural 20 for a 27. As you try to dive deeper, you feel the enormity and the power of this mind. And even in this subconscious state, in this comatose state, it is a mind and a power that is like something you have never experienced and almost overwhelming as you are forced to pull back and stop trying to delve deeper into its mind.
All that matters is we tried our goodest.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, that's the best.
If this dragon sealed themselves here in this vault, then we probably should do our best to put that door back on its hinges. Any thoughts?
Yeah, we should call them Penny, because they seem to be a copper dragon.
Well, they're bronze, so we should call them
Oh.
third place.
Oh, bronze. Never mind.
The Statue of Liberty.
Doesn't bronze have like a really high isn't it copper and tin mixed together? That's what World of Warcraft taught me.
Bronze is an alloy. Yes, bronze is an alloy.
Of liberty and statueness.
At the end of the Bronze Age, there was a collapse of civilization.
That's true. That's really true.
Kanan says, I can use some of my power over the plants here to help reinforce the doorway. If we can, kind of get the door back in place, I might be able to secure it. Not as tight as it was before, but at least maybe enough to, if not secure, at least maybe to hide the fact that there's an entrance here.
Oh, yeah, I mean, dissuade the fish at least from exploring. Maybe the trolls, the smart things. I think we've killed what's here, so maybe that knowledge of a vault door here would be lost.
On our way out, should we check if there's anything useful in the nest of these trolls?
I mean, I have plenty of jock straps and loincloths, so I think I'm good.
Yeah, they didn't have much on them. I can't imagine they'd have much more in their hovel.
We could look.
Yeah,
On the
but
way
if
out,
they
yeah.
hold bodies or people back, perhaps there is more. I'm all for checking. We've come this far.
Well, let's, as soon as I hop out of this turtle shell, the water's going to come crashing back in on us, so everybody maybe get out before that happens.
Sounds like a plan.
Everybody gets out. Nice.
So as I leave the turtle shell and get back into the water, there is a suction that crashes back together and probably would have caused some real damage to anybody who was still in there when I left.
You get cavitation is what you get. Like the mantis shrimp, where
Yes.
it like moves so
Oh, hell
fast it
yeah.
displaces the water, right? And you hear this pop as suddenly there's a vacuum and the water rushes back in. You realize that, the sound of the turtle shell disappearing was every bit as loud as the exploding door was earlier.
All right, it was a bad idea. Everybody out. Let's get this door back on its hinges. Let's go.
Okay, yeah, so you guys kind of muscle the door back in place. I imagine Ornan does most of the work. And then Danon, she creates some plant growth to lock it in place, kind of obscure it and hide it with this grass and this algae, some of this seaweed stuff that grows at the bottom of the lake. And then as you guys move out of this basement of the tower, you move back up to the next floor up. You guys said you wanted to explore the troll's nest.
Just take a cursory glance real quick.
Yeah.
You do find that their nest is actually littered with treasures. You see a couple of chests that have goods or gold in them.
I'll just carry it.
No, you can't put it in your bag, remember?
Yeah, don't open that.
I said I'll carry it. My backpack's up with Annalise.
Oh, that's right.
You do find two chests. One of them appears to be full of money. The other one appears to be full of like spices and stuff that have all since been ruined and spoiled. But you also find a bunch of like weapons and things down here. Most of them are covered in rust and patina with age. You see broken spears. You see bones and body parts down here, but they're old. Like nothing's super fresh. You imagine that these trolls have been making their nest down here for a long time. You see like even random things, like you see a spyglass that looks like it still works. You see that there is a like an old anchor that's here.
Ooh, a spyglass. That'd be great for a ship captain like myself.
Take the spyglass. Yeah, it seems like everything else that you see in the nest is pretty much junk or has already been like destroyed by the water. So yeah, you managed to get like a chest full of gold with 189 gold pieces in it.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty hefty as you try to get it out of the tower, but you move your way back up through the tower, being careful not to disturb anything else that might be here, sticking close to Danon as she has her fire that keeps you guys warm. As you get to the top, you can see the sun is gone. It is dark. The clouds are out, but you see the chain that holds the anchor for the Lady Hawk is nearby, and you manage to follow it up to the Lady Hawk as it sits at anchor here above this tower. You see that there is the light lit at the front and at the back, and you can see that Annalise is there as she tosses a rope ladder over the side and helps haul you all back up aboard, and that is where we're going to stop for tonight.
Whew. Hey, Paul, just so you're aware, a spyglass, according to the official rules, is worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
That's some hella refined glass.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Maybe we sell it, everyone.
Did Danon want any gold?
Dana shakes her head. She's like, no, nature. She goes, nature will provide. So she doesn't need any of the gold. You guys just split it between the four of you.
All the spyglass does is just magnifies times 2. That's it.
I know.
Yeah, it's not even that great magnification. So that would be 47 gold and 25 silver apiece.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us from a water heater closet in a cabin in northern Michigan, Jordan.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Okay. Well, hey guys, you guys, thanks for playing. You guys discovered a dragon in the bottom of a tower under a lake.
Oh, there was a dungeon and a dragon.
Oh my gosh.
It was so exciting.
You discovered what the source of this mist and fog is that has blanketed the area for, I mean, now that you think about it, for living memory. Nobody remembers a time when Mirloff was not covered with this fog and this mist. Next time, we'll see what happens as you continue your voyage to Cladvina. And don't forget, go check out our Patreon. You guys can check out the maps of these areas where we were at. You can also, at a certain tier, you can also listen to Your Neighbor's Potatoes, which is our very fun after show where we talk about what's going on in the campaign. We
talk taters.
We talk taters. We answer some questions from our listeners, from our patrons, and also we are going to determine what the name of the ship is actually going to be, whether it's Lady Hawk or something else. So if you want to have your voice heard about the name of the keelboat, then become a patron so you can cast your vote for what you think the name of the Lady Hawk should be. And until we get together next time, we hope you have a great time.